Yeah, I got you. Yep, I got you. You guys obviously have me. Yep. If you want better footing for your kick, feel free to slide off the center. Yeah. Okay. You're going to be blue. They're going to be white. Apologize if I screw it up. White captain. Good. Perfect. High tackle, pen only. Mark's there.
Ça commence, il laisse même pas l'avantage. On est dans une avancée, il laisse l'avantage.
What, your front's here?
Allez, Blue, allez, c'est bien. Allez, Québec.
Blue, here's the line for your front booster. Step up, please. Good. Thumbs off, balls away. Okay, sounds good. No, hold now, Don't bring that one in. We'll get this one sooner. Okay. Time's back on.
Allez, Québec. Go, Justin, do it again, Justin. Avec le sol.
Counter-up's good. Leave him now. Line out. Next time, make sure you're 5, yeah? White front. Blue, your front's here. Just step in, make sure you're 15. Step in. Back off, what? Blue! Tackle! Tackler, get out of there. Mark's here. Doesn't come into the 5, Mark's there. No. Always inside. Flat. locked on. Scrum blue. Lost control on the ground. Scrum blue. We're going to slide this way, touch. Mark's here. Right there. Hook left, good. Remember, 6 shoulders. Crouch! Up. Second. Ear to ear, crouch through bind, yes? Front row brief, ear to ear, crouch through bind. Get a bit closer.
Allez bleu, ensemble.
Second.
Down a bit, wheel. There.
Crouch! Bind!
Allez bleu, allez.
Well done. Tackle! Tackle! Tight. I'm your line. Seconds. Do you want a 10? Go. Seconds. No. Nope. If you want better footing, you can slide. You don't have to kick it in the middle. But like kick it all near the line, but not middle. Always inside! Retreat 8! Tackle! First! Able to lift. Right there. That's your front. 2 and 2, please. Thanks. Let's go. Line out set. No contest. I'm happy. Play on.
Hello and welcome to the Rugby Park, or the Calgary Rugby Park, here for day 3 of the Canadian Rugby Championships. Here we see the Ontario Blues in light blue and Quebec in the white and blue stripes. Currently Ontario leads 5-0 as Ontario is slowly working their way towards that try line. The pick and go.
Try. On the line is try.
And the pick and go is successful for their second try of the game. It is now 10-0 for Ontario Blues.
Here's the mark.
The kick is unsuccessful, so it will remain 10-0 for the Blues. So some definitely some better weather than we've seen today here. Some sunny skies in Calgary, Alberta. Not something that we had the previous 2 days, where it was quite overcast day 1 and rainy yesterday. However, the ground will still be quite damp from all the rainfall. Ontario with the catch.
On body, not ball.
Choosing to go out to the left-hand side, continuing down. Looking for some space wide, but that's intercepted from Quebec, and an offload off the ground. Continues the momentum forward for Quebec. Unfortunately, though, penalized for not releasing the ball there. Ontario will look for touch here.
Say white, check numbers and line out. Blue, make line out numbers clear. There. Series in the middle.
Chandler throwing in for Ontario. A little bit of a messy ball from the top there, but Ontario able to keep possession. Now going out to the left-hand side. Looking for some space on the far sideline. Ontario keeps possession of the ball as they enter the 22. A shooter on the line of defense.
Let him down gently.
Continuing with that momentum forward. Now looking to go for some space wide. Quick pressure by Quebec puts Ontario on the back foot. It's going to be a penalty for playing the ball on the ground there. A little bit of some shoving back and forth.
You guys have also taken the ball and kind of thrown it away. Okay. Let's play.
Burlingame looking for touch here. Correction, I believe that was Mark who looked for touch.
Time's off, shoelace. Guys, let's still get this formed. Time's still off. Front boost. Your front. Front boost. You're there. Hold on, we're time off. Back on.
Choosing to go short, but they're brought out of bounds. Not 10 or not 5 is the call, so it's a free kick for Ontario.
Didn't have anyone going for the ball. Right there.
And a reminder, if Ontario kicks this one straight out of bounds, it will be a line out for Quebec. So they look to keep it in bounds.
Oh, he's inside!
Norby, the one back there to receive it,
Thank you.
and gives a boot back. Blues able to fight through that first tackle before being brought down. Continuing to go flow side out the left-hand side. Little step inside. Keeping his feet alive, driving through the tackles.
Use it!
A little bit of a slower ball there from the Blues. But they're still able to gain about 10 meters from that run. Looking to come out to the right. A great tackle and read by the Quebec player to meet that person in contact. Coming out to the right one more time. Quebec with the pressure at the breakdown. Tackle and forcing the knock-on in the tackle is the Quebec player. Reading that one perfectly well, getting nice and low in the tackle. We'll get a scrum here for Quebec. As mentioned, you'll be able to see some mud on the ground from the previous days and all the rain that we've had.
Let's keep the 6 shoulders and the space. Okay, watch the side, Chris. Stand up, guys. Yeah, I want your seconds back in. Coach!
Mark being the one putting the ball in for Quebec.
Up! We need your head in, okay? Remember, 6 shoulders, okay? Let's make sure they have space for your ear. Crouch! Bind!
Penalty against Quebec for collapsing the scrum. They did have some struggles against the Rock with collapsing the scrum and had some early replacements come in due to injuries. I believe this is Scott who was the one who looked for touch. Sorry, that would be McKinnon who was the one who looked for touch.
You have the line. Here's your front. They have the line, okay?
Chandler will be the one throwing it in for the Blues once we get that ball back into play.
You have the line on your front. Line out set. No contest. It's good, I'm happy.
Continuing with those pick and goes, trying to get closer to the post. Entering that 5 meter. Coming back to the right hand side, and it's an open try line right in front of the player there. And it is a 3rd try for Ontario. Great heads-up play by the 9 to connect with Hollins, who had nothing but space in front of him, and to capitalize by diving over points. That makes it 15-0 for Ontario. It'll be McKinnon who is the one kicking for the extra 2 here. Difficult kick for the conversion, as we're right close to that sideline there. Pressure is up by Quebec, and as the kick goes up, it is far to the right, so we're going to remain 15-0 here for the Blues. So we enter the 2.5-minute mark, or sorry, 20 minutes and a half. Mark will be doing the restart. Putting this one up high, just short of the 10 though.
Scrum called. We'll scrum over here.
So they can either choose to have the scrum at center or a re-kick. Sure. They're choosing the scrum, and we're going to get out of that big mud pile right in the center of the field there. Big shout out to the Calgary Rugby Park staff who maintain the field and make sure the lines are all painted and it's looking good.
Okay, watch this side, Mitchell. Yeah, can you watch this side? Thank you. Coach!
Mumford, who will be tossing in the ball for the scrum.
Set!
Have options on either side. We're going to do an 8-pick right to Mumford. A little bit of a bouncing ball picked up by Schroeder. Putting in the chip.
Penalty or scrum?
So it could be a penalty or a scrum. The chaser was in front of the kicker on that one.
On about the 10 and the 15 or just on the other side? Scrum called. Okay, scrum called. Scrum.
Quebec choosing to go for the scrum inside their opponent's half.
Guys, I need feet left of the mark. My foot's the mark. Perfect.
Mark will be the one putting the ball in for Quebec.
Fight! Set!
And a big drive here from Ontario, but still able to get that ball out. Looking for the chip in behind. Chaser is behind and almost caught that on the fly. So close. So we're going to have a line out here for Ontario now.
Line out. Blue. Blue. Or white, sorry, you're there. Blue, you're here. Line out set. Hand down at the front.
Chandler throwing the ball in for the Blues. Up it goes. Off the top, booted back. Now this is our try scorer, our closest try scorer here. Ball in hand. Looking to go back to the left-hand side. And it'll be knocked on by the player on the far-hand side. So we're going to get a scrum for Quebec.
Really quick, guys. No. Just easy up. Okay, you were up. Push. No, none of that. Let's go. White scrum. Thumbs off.
Contact right before.
Gloves on, Tonsack on, scrum blue. White, sorry. Mark's here. Crouch! Bind! Up! Mark's here, your left, your left. Shoulder out, let him in. Crouch! Bind! Set! Hold the push, Blue!
Out it goes to the back line, looking for that tight runner off the inside center, but it's knocked on. And then stolen back from Quebec after the knock on. But unfortunately for the blue and white, they'll have to push against a strong Ontario scrum here.
Stop!
Subs coming
Blood
back
sub,
in, so our blood
so
sub
we're
is good to go. So that'll be Hollins entering back into the game.
Mark's here.
Charles, Émile, on sort vite, on défend, Charles, rapide. Luc, go inside.
Crouch!
Shout out to Marshall, who steps on in for the substitution on that one.
Set!
Mumford once again. They choose to go out the blind with the 8 pick. Hitting that hard runner, but it's read quickly, and the double tackle, triple tackle I should say, is there for Quebec. Ontario now going out the back, but off the chest it goes, so it's another knock on against Ontario this time. As we enter about the 26-minute mark. McKinnon looking for that hard runner who, not too sure if they thought it was going to go in behind or what, but just was not ready with their hands up, and fortunately off the chest it went. Center field scrum here for Mark. Attacking options on both sides.
Crouch! Bind! Set! No feet chasing.
Out to the right-hand side they go. They're looking for that little grubber in behind, and the chase is there, but it is picked up by Ontario originally.
On the ground.
And then the Quebec pressure forces that knock on in the pickup. So great option by Mark to put in the little grubber in behind, and now they're inside their opponent's 22 with ball in hand. So we'll get the scrum coming up. Quebec's going to be looking to try to get points on the board as we get close to halftime here.
3, shoulder.
It's a free kick against the blue. Broadcasters curse on that one. So Ontario able to get themselves out of danger. Reminder, it is a free kick, not a penalty. So if it does go out of bounds, it will be Quebec line out. It's going to stay in. Picked up by the Quebec players, but then scooted up by Ontario. Ontario trying to keep their feet moving, getting closer and closer up the sidelines, but they're pushed back. A little bit of a box kick in behind, and that is Schroeder on the chase. Forcing the line out here.
Line out. He was still in touch, guys. That way. White line out. You have the line, yeah. He was in touch. Blue, you're here.
Choosing to go deep is Quebec. And Mark tries to get this one out of bounds, or clear it out, but it is picked up by the 15 from Ontario. Great pressure from Quebec coming up together. And a lovely clean out by the Blues, who go out to the wide side. Now inching on their opponent's 22. Out to the right they go, looking to go wide. Out the back and the show and the go. Now entering the 22 for the Blues. Pressure is there.
No clear release. Right there, scrum.
Pressure was there from Quebec, but Ontario comes out with the penalty. Once again, McKinnon looks for touch. So we got a line out here for the Blues, right around that 5-meter line.
Right front. Blue, your front's here. Line out set.
Up it goes to the back. Quebec wins it, and they're going to kick that one out of bounds, and that was the siren that we had just heard. So as we reach the halftime, it is 15-0 for Ontario Blues. Hello and welcome back to the second half of our Ontario Blues versus Rugby Quebec matchup here. We see Ontario Blues leading 15-0. Ontario will be going from left to right on your screen, or sorry, Quebec will be going from left to right on your screen. They are starting with the restart. Ontario Blues will be headed from right to left.
Perfect.
As they are in the light color blue. So you'll hear the referee referring to them as white for Quebec, blue for Blues. Caught cleanly by the Blues. Now the bouncing ball looking to try to stay in bounds. And a lovely tackle here from Quebec. Definitely a different Quebec team that we saw from Saturday, and they're gonna force that turnover. Oh, unfortunately, no. They are penalized for diving over on that one. You can hear the coaches on the sideline telling Quebec to stay disciplined, and an excellent boot from the Blues as they are just outside the 22. Yeomans will be the one throwing it in for Ontario.
Line out set. They drop, we're good, play on.
That one goes out to the backs, and the first receiver sees a great hole that they want to attack, and they're brought down in front of the post. Continuing to go to the flow side there is Ontario. Just outside that 20, or just outside that 5, and now they're looking to attack wide.
Try.
And they are in for the try, making it 20-0 for the Blues. Some quick hands, great look of space.
Pretty much, yeah, there's good. I like right on like here. I'm good, thank you. Yep.
That all started with the line out where the first receiver, I believe that was Gore, who saw an opening in the Quebec defense, attacked it and gained some valuable meters before being brought down, and then Ontario just put their foot on the gas, kept going until they had some space open up wide for their try. The kick is up. The flags are not going up, so we're going to remain 20-0 in favor for the Blues, and they'll be ready to catch this restart. This one goes up and it goes deep, but it's caught cleanly once again. This time they look to kick it right out of bounds. Staying inside the park, it will be a Quebec line out as they were inside the 22.
White front. Blue your fronts there. It was a little bit of a steal, or not steal I should say, but a little bit of pressure there from Ontario. And now Quebec a little bit on that back foot, trying to get those meters gained again. Out to the left-hand side and a big kick there. And now we're going to boot this one back. A little bit of a soccer match going on here and there. Spalcour's there back, who's going to kick this one right back to Ontario. Inside their 22 though, so gets that one into touch. It'll be a line out here for the Blues. Line out, Blue.
Yeomans will be the one throwing it in for the Blues.
No huddle. Let's go.
Going deep is the option, as hit out of the air. Still in possession for Ontario, it looks like. Out the left-hand side they go. This is Perfoff. Perfoff with the carry. Now going out the back. Sees some space in the defense there. Once again, that's Allen on the move. A bad ball placement though sends that ball forward, and it's advantage for Quebec in the knock-on.
Back, scrum. Always under pressure. Knocked on.
As I mentioned, a great carry by Allen, just unfortunate in the ball placement, knocking that one forward.
I can't hear you.
Wonderful scramble play by Quebec, forcing the air.
4. One sub. Yeah, talk to me.
After the scrum here, we will have some substitutions for Quebec.
Okay, we're gonna play on, but we get closer off, John.
But we will get a substitution for the Blues. Entering into the game will be number 20, Cole Thompson. As I believe Thompson is a blood sub for one of the Ontario players, getting some assistance on the sideline from the athletic therapist.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Quebec with the first receiver right behind the scrum.
Let's have it out! Oh.
Player moved off just to the side, and a little bit of miscommunication between the 9 and the 10 there. Kamal. That passed that one out of bounds, unfortunately, for Quebec. So we are going to get these substitutes coming in for the blue and white.
10 and 14.
Connor Van Horn coming in, and Lorenzo Lotta.
For 1. Okay, what about the... I think we're waiting on a prop, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. If they're allowed to come back on for an injury.
Lortinez is also checking out of the game for Quebec.
Here's our mark.
Jabor coming in as the replacement.
Mark Sergas.
Torrance here, putting the ball in for the Blues.
Bind!
Looks like Gore is the first receiver directly behind the scrum. Choosing to go out to the right-hand side, and this was our forerunner, Allen, scoring right underneath the post off of a hard line from the scrum. Receiver directly behind the scrum. You see that one there. Choosing to go out to the right-hand side and almost looking to go to the left-hand side. Choosing to go back to the right, connecting hand for hand and underneath the post, makes no mistake and scores the try with the right under try there. Gore is the first. It'll be Gore here with the looking for the extra 2. that makes it 25-0. This time the kick is good, so it's 27-0 for the Ontario Blues. Looks like Lortinos is getting some attention there. So that makes it
25-0 this time.
Ontario set up, ready to receive. Teams of two looking for one lifter, one jumper in each group. But this time, Quebec puts it in behind the first line. Ontario choosing to play this one, trying to get outside of their 22. There's one more person outside of them. They are brought down on the far side. Great hands by the first receiver. Not knocking that one on. Now looking for the chip in behind. Does find some space, and the pressure is on there. And it is touched out of bounds, so Ontario is just going to move up the field here inside their opponent's 22. That was Hudson and Hollins with the pressure, forcing Quebec to touch that one out of bounds, and now they've got a line out inside the 22. This will be Yeomans once again throwing in for the line out.
You have 5. Guys, we have 5, we're playing 5.
Let's go! Run the line out!
This time coming down from the ground before delivering it. Once again, great hands by the 23 there. Jor. Now coming back to the left-hand side. Breaking through that first tackle before being brought down. Support there over the ball quickly for Ontario. A little bit of a tip option there. Thompson on the move. Bit of a football toss there, trying to get that ball wide is the Blues. They do have a bit of an overlap. Brought down, looking for the pop from the ground, but I believe it might, oh, nope, still the Blues with possession. Just got to keep that composure. There's Thompson now. Brought down kind of awkwardly. And Ontario continuing to fight out to the left-hand side. Allen with the run. Looking to go wide on that one to Potter. Support once again there quickly. Out to the left-hand side, a little pop. And continuing to move is Yeomans. Just shy of the try line. Shorter there. Continuing to move forward. But I believe they're going to be held up on this one. And yes, great defense by Quebec.
It's on hands. It's on hands. Great work, 15. Sub!
Some substitutions coming in for Ontario. We've got Marshall who enters into the game. Barron who enters into the game. And I believe Boggs as well.
Subs complete. Is 8 subs complete? Just hold on. Okay, because I have 4 side. Are they putting a player on?
We do have an injured player down once again. Those shoulders always taking a beating here.
Okay.
That was bunts down for Quebec. Trying to loosen them up. As we mentioned, there was some shoulder injuries that happened on Saturday. Sometimes that weather doesn't really help us. Playing in the cold, now playing in the warmth, and here goes Barron now on the move. Caught just in front of the 22. Ontario continuing to go out to the right-hand side, and a big collision there, and that sends the Quebec player down to the ground. But Ontario continuing to move forward, now entering into that 22. Out to the right-hand side they go, all the way out to the winger. And inside they are. That try line is calling their name on the far side. That's the second one for the winger over there. And that brings our score to
the
32.
22.
To nothing the right-hand side they go, all the way out to the winger. Emptied the bench. And looks like some substitutions are coming in for Quebec.
Yeah, pretty much right goal line. I'll give you 30 from now.
I believe this is De Auburn, who is down for Quebec. As I say, a little bit of a head injury, possibly, looking for concussion. The kick is up though, and it is good, so we will add the extra 2, making it 34-0 for the Blues. As mentioned, they've got a full subs coming in. For the Blues, and the Blues will be the one, or sorry, for Quebec, and Quebec will be the ones who are hitting the restart. Phantom will be the one restarting now that Mark is off. He puts this one up high this time, and it is brought from the air, caught by the Blues. That was Priestman there catching that one with the help of the supporter of the lifter. Lloyd with a great run for the Blues, forcing this one to go out wide to the right-hand side. Continuing to move. Now this is our speedy winger with their second try, potentially looking for their third, but knocked on in the contact.
Knocked on. Scrum white. Thank you.
Some great continuity by the Blues on the far sideline, just unable to connect on that last one.
Okay.
And Quebec forcing the turnover.
We have a scrum to white, knocked on. Scrum here. Ball's over there, guys. Your scrum. Mark's here. Let's just form the scrum, guys. 16, make sure you're going straight. Crouch. Bind! Set!
Kamal here, putting the ball in, but once again collapsing that scrum. So Ontario now once again on the front foot in the attacking zone.
Guys.
Gore will be looking to take this one out of bounds.
Time's off. 8. You. Scrum went down, okay? Yep. So I'm giving you time to get up nice and easy. You got up, then you decide to give a push. Give it the pace. Yeah. Just move on next time, okay? So your goal line and penalized for not 10 slowing down play, okay? They can't stand up, but they're allowed to be legally dominant. They were stable, they were squared, they got the push, your scrum collapsed, okay? I need you guys to stay in it longer, okay? Back you. Yeah, just don't push them next time. Okay, time's back on.
Gore looking for the touchline on that one, not hard to find.
Here. Blue front, or white front, you're here. Line out set.
Thompson with the long throw, but it's stolen by Quebec, and great pressure, excellent tackle. But the offload was able to be there successfully on the first one. But with no advantage given the original knock-on was from Ontario in the line out.
Your back up. Yeah, I need you both equal from the mark.
So we get a scrum here for Quebec, looking to exit out of their 22.
Let's make sure your body position's that way. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Kamal putting the ball in for Quebec.
It was hooked backwards.
Straight out it goes. And the kick just trickles out of the 22 there.
We can play if they want. It's now off. Blue line up. Blue front. Blue front. We're up here. 18.
Looks like
You're
the
there.
kicker from Quebec limping a little bit after
White.
that one. So had the kick,
White.
then
White. Here's
got
your line.
hit
Right
there. I believe that's Fanton, who was the one looking
Line
for
outside.
touch. Once again, going deep this time for Ontario, making no mistake and enter the 22. But as I said, some bouncing rugby ball and scooted up by Gore there. A little bit of a step. Now he's off onto the races. It's a fullback to beat, and he gets the offload to Allen, who's going to touch this one underneath, just to the left of the post, inside that try zone. So an excellent play to scoot that one up, see the space ahead of him, attack that, and then give the offload, and a wonderful support. A little bit of a step. Now he's off onto the races. It's a fullback to beat, and he gets the offload to
Allen, who's gonna touch this
That
one
makes it
underneath
39-0 for the Blues.
just to scoot it up by Jor.
Gore will be the one who looks for the extra 2.
And 10.
Successful from the far sideline, but unsuccessful closer to, as we heard that one ding off of the post there.
Who's your captain
So
now
we're
that
going to
game is
remain
off?
39-0 for the Blues.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. They're out of that corner. Okay, thank you.
Fanton once again with the restart here for the Blues. This time going in deep.
Always inside!
And Ontario's looking to kick that one out of bounds into touch, and that's exactly what they do.
Line out. Blue. Blue. Don't touch that ball. Here we go. There you are.
Bergal putting in the ball for Quebec. Going deep on this one. Off the top it goes, but in behind. It's Fanton now looking for the loop around. And he's off to the races. He's going to put in a kick and a big collision on that one. And that is going to be a penalty there.
Captain, 25. 25. And captain.
That was a big hit between Fanton and the other player. A great loop around and putting in the chip in behind. Looking for the loop around. And he's off to the races.
He's gonna put in a kick and a
Big collision on that one, and that is going to be a
5 minutes. Yes. Sub.
that will be a substitution.
Okay. you have an option. You can take the penalty kick where 13 got taken out, or you can take the penalty kick where it landed.
Take it way the fuck there.
I figured. Yeah. Also, who's your captain? Your captain, thank you. They're taking the penalty up where it landed. Yellow. Where it landed, yeah. Because he took the kicker out leg, so it's a kick or kick option. So kick where it happened or kick where the ball landed.
Hey, Quebec,
They get the penalty here. Kick or kick. You're back 10. Just hold. Time's off. Just hold. Time's off. Are we good, Blue? Yeah, okay. Time's back on. Late on the kicker.
Allez les gars! Allez! On marque! Léo! On va marquer!
So a yellow card was given to Ontario on that
Blue
one.
front. Yeah, we'll need a ball in. Time's off, all the balls away. So blue.
Cooper Allen with the yellow card on the play.
So that's your line? You don't, but that's the line I want. You want? Ball in? Not yet.
So on that, Quebec chose
We
to
got a ball
go
in. Yeah, let's get it
kick
in.
that one out of bounds. Just waiting for a ball to come back into play.
Time's back on. Line up set.
Pargal throwing it in for for Quebec. Choosing to go a little bit further back on that one. Opting in for the maul. Now coming out of the backhand side, but read well by the Blues. Stopping that one. Now coming down with the forward paw. So both teams had yesterday off, able to recuperate their bodies. Now out to the right-hand side, they're continuing to go. Looking to try to keep that ball alive. Supports there though, over top. Out to the right-hand side they go, looking to go wide. Just out of the reach there of the winger. But we're gonna come back to a penalty advantage. There's no advantage gained for the Quebec squad.
High tackle. Mike's here. Right there.
So a quick tap is the call, or a tapping go, I should say. I don't know really about how that was quick, but
Always slow.
Quebec now moving forward.
Hands up.
Another pick and drive here. Trying to inch their way closer to that try line. A tough defense, ready for that one was the Blues, nice and low. Quebec trying to get further and further up that try line. A little bit of some missed passes and some
Advantage. High tackle. Penalty.
great pressure from Ontario, though. Is advantage, though, for the high tackle. They're going to call time off here.
Captain.
So the initial tackle on number 22 was high. They scooted out of that one before being brought to the ground by the second tackler.
We're allowed one free lunch, which is good.
Lotto there, getting up.
Okay, so I'm happy to call a tackle. We have high tackle. High tackle. Inside 22. You have a player in the bin. I need to see better discipline. Talk to your team. I got it. Yep. This one. Yes. Just wait for my whistle. Get blue. Time's back on. High tackle.
All right, so Quebec kicking that one out of bounds.
Blue. hold the line. Don't close the gap. Right. There you go. Step right where I set you. Thank you. Yep, line out, set. Always slow.
So there was a bit of a
Always
miscommunication
inside.
on the tries. Apparently it is 32-0. That one comes out of bounds. Quebec looking for the quick there.
Not
Goes
touch
in
ball,
behind
player,
Mark.
playing on.
Mark now looks for touch,
Retreat,
or not
ball,
looks for touch, but looks for some space in behind. Caught, and a mark is called.
Mark called.
So a tap and go is what he does. Ontario there looking for the
On the
support.
body, not the ball.
So Quebec a little slow to get there. So liked what he saw, a little bit of a tap, little go for himself after calling the mark. Blues keeping possession, coming back down that left-hand side. A little bit of a step there. Potter brought down. Out the right-hand side it goes off. Excellent hands. Catching that one as they're getting tackled, but excellent hands does not always mean that you are releasing the ball, so not releasing is the call. Mark now looking for a little chip in behind. Nobody's back there. Gets the bounce. Just on side of that 20, or just on side of the try line. And now Ontario is trying to get outside of their 22. Some great heads-up play by Mark, putting that chip in behind, and now on the pressure from Quebec forces the turnover. It'll be a scrum here for Quebec.
What's happening?
Anytime you're dancing around that try line, it's always a show of the mental toughness. We've got some subs coming in. Or sorry, not subs coming in. Our yellow card is no longer in play. So we have Allen entering the field again for the Blues. So it'll be 15 on 15 for the last 5 minutes of this game.
Time's back on. Coach! Fight! Set!
Big scrum from Ontario causing that pressure. Coming out the right-hand side, there is the overlap. And tough to say, the referee is going to have a discussion with their assistant referee on the sideline. So have a quick little discussion of if the tackle happened. No, the try is given, so that puts Quebec on the board, causing that pressure. Down that right-hand side, there is the overlap to draw the defender. And tough to say, the referee is going to have Curry with the try, making it 32-5.
Yeah. I've had a lot of these today. You got 30.
Spalcord's looking to add the extra 2 as this one's right on that touch line. A great strike, but just doesn't have the power to get it over the post, so it's going to remain 32-5.
Yes. Go for it. Kick where you have a stable platform.
I believe it'll be Gore with the restart.
Encore Québec, on va marquer. On va marquer.
Choosing to put this one in deep into Quebec's 22. It is caught cleanly. Stepping into the right-hand side. This is our try scorer who is on the move, exiting the 22. Looking for Mark, but just can't quite catch that ball. Stubbles in behind him. A little bit of a step now. Back into the 22 they go.
16. Entry. Sorry, 19. Side entry. Mark that.
Back 10.
Scrum option.
Go Québec. Allez Québec.
Ontario choosing to have a scrum here.
On va gagner la minute.
Mark's here.
Pressure from Ontario forcing that turnover. Mark saw the space he wanted to attack, but unfortunately just unable to catch that ball cleanly and had to scoop up a ball in behind. Pressure there, looking for the offload and getting the ball to the supporting players, but support not there in time and forcing the penalty against Quebec.
We're starting square, and then for some
About 1.5 minutes left in this matchup between the Ontario Blues and Quebec.
We need to go this way so you have more shoulder. So slide a little bit. Go here, and then keep your head square. Don't lower in.
On est en face de toi, rapproche-toi, pas l'aligner. On défend en glissant. Rapproche-toi.
Coach!
Troisième ligne, on s'en vite. Back Focus, back rows.
Set!
Allez Québec, allez.
Torrance getting the ball in just out of the reach of the intended first receiver. Mark looking for that hit.
No advantage going back.
But it's going to be offside here, I believe.
16 white. Knee down.
Sorry, no, taking the knee there on the scrum. So once again, Quebec's set piece needing some work. I would not be surprised if Ontario looks for another scrum here or a tap and go. Asking the referee how much time is left.
This will be last play. White front.
You can hear everybody saying last play. Our timer has reached the 60-minute mark. Ontario looking to add in some extra points right before. Quebec doesn't go up, and the maul is the call. At the back there, there's Yeomans. Ontario trying to keep this driving forward. Quebec trying to hold them up. Trying not to get that momentum. Now they're looking to go out to the backs. A little step inside the 5-meter line they are. On the right-hand side, that's Yeomans, who's got caught quickly by a defender and in for the chip. Caught on the fly and in for the try off the kick. What an excellent play from Ontario to wrap up this game here for the Blues. On the right-hand side, that's Yeomans, who's got that the space caught quickly by a defender. The overlap was there, and what a beautiful catch from the outside players. Who then touches the ball down in the air. Not always the easiest play, and made that look graceful. So we will get 5 more points. It's 37-5. Gore doing the kicking for the Blues.
You got 20.
The kick is up. It is not good, and that is the final whistle of the game. Quebec take another loss here as Ontario's victory 37-5. So Ontario now with 2 W's in the win column, or sorry, 2 under the win column. Quebec another loss, but some great effort by both teams, some great kicking opportunities, seeing space, identifying where to attack, and a much better effort from Quebec, who struggled in their first game, really starting to come together for both squads in blue. As I say, that is 2 wins for Ontario and then 2 losses for Quebec. Both squads will be in action later in the week. As we take a look at our schedule, we have Ontario coming right back to the Calgary Rugby Park tomorrow. They'll be taking on the Atlantic The Rock at 4 o'clock on Thursday, July 24th. Then Quebec will have the day off tomorrow. They will be headed back to the Rugby Park on Friday, July 25th, as they take on the British Columbia Bears at 6 p.m. So some later games coming here. Up next, we do have the female version of this. So we'll have the Quebec women facing off against the Ontario Blues women at 4 o'clock. If you stick around, we'll see after both teams have just shooken hands, they'll be lining up for our player of the game white hat ceremony. I think a correction on the Atlantic and Ontario men's game. I think I said 6 o'clock kickoff, but they will actually be kicking off at 4 o'clock on Thursday,